Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Having some coffee with you guys here this morning. And I get comments from time to time on my videos that are basically like, how do I prepare? What do I need to get? What skills do I need to learn? I'm in this situation or that situation. And there are certain things that have helped me along through preparedness in life that I've learned. I'm going to share some of those, skills with you guys here today, things that have benefited and helped me through the years. And most of these things that I'm going to talk about here, I have done videos on in the past. So if there's a particular topic here that I'm talking about, search my channel out. I probably got a video on it at some point. I've got over 900 videos on my channel talking about a lot of this stuff. And a lot of the skills I learned when I was young, because in that generation, it was, those things were passed on, because I don't think the old timers sort of envisioned the world that we're living in today, because technology and things have changed so much and there's been so much integration in the world. The first thing I'm going to talk about here is preserving food. I have learned through the years from the elders that taught me how to basically preserve and can just about everything. Now, some of the stuff might not be 100% up to whatever USDA guidelines are today, but it was the stuff that I was taught. And whether it's hot water bath canning, pressure canning, making jams, jellies, preserves, learning how to preserve stuff with salt and sugar, learning how to can stuff like meat, learning how to make sausage, learning how to smoke meat, learning how to basically preserve the stuff that's available, whatever's available, whenever it's available. And that stuff has really helped us out through the lean and hard economic times. So you don't have to go to the grocery store as much. And the old timers didn't go to the grocery store as much as we do today. And that's part of the reason why, because they put up a lot of their own stuff. Another one here that I just used here recently for something that I had to do for my job is navigation. Being able to find yourself where you're at and find where you're going, and doing things like how to read maps, tell directions. Now it's fairly simple and easy with the technological means that we got, but that stuff sometimes can fail you. So learning how to get around with maps, learning how to orient yourself on a map, learning how to tell directions from sun and stars. These things can be extremely beneficial if you're going into an unknown area, so you can find your way into that area and then find your way back out again. And navigation, again, is something that I was taught at a very early age. Another thing is basic woodcraft. Basic woodcraft has helped me out because I live rural here. But if you drive through urban areas, you can usually see wooded areas, brushy patches, this kind of stuff. And when I talk about woodcraft, I'm not getting into the real intricacies of it, just the basics of it. Learning how to find water, learning how to pattern the animals, basic hunting skills, learning how to process that game down into something that you can use. Like I said, preserving food is one of the main things that I learned growing up. And, hunting and fishing, trapping and stuff, that was kind of part of that. And it's just another step in that food preparation process. But learning how to start a fire, learning how to set up a basic shelter, learning how to get out of the wind, and then that goes back to the navigation I was talking about, learning how to get out of there, realizing you're in a bad situation and you need to get out of that. Those basic woodcraft skills, learning, what trees are good for, starting a fire or making a handle on a tool, learning the basics of the plants that are in your area, what beneficial properties they have, stuff like, plantain and mullein and these kind of things that are basically considered weeds nowadays, but all those plants have a beneficial use. And another one is kind of establishing some type of intelligence network, learning how to talk to people, learning how to find out what's going on in your area or whatever area you find yourself in, being able to read people. This one can be difficult for people because people get locked into their preconceived notions of things and they kind of have a closed mind. But if you open your mind up a little bit and you can get a lot of information from people if you ask the right questions. And that has been extremely beneficial. And adaptability to whatever situation you're in. I have grown to a point in my life, I feel that I can pretty much tackle any job that is presented to me. And this comes in handy for the economic aspect of basically living. I'm confident that I can do little jobs here and there, and I can make small amounts of money. Or if for something happens to my job, I'm pretty sure I can go out and I can find another job. And a lot of that has to do with my upbringing, work ethic, these kind of things. And a lot of this stuff here that I'm talking about doesn't really require any money. You don't have to go out and necessarily buy anything. Yeah, of course, with woodcraft, you should have a good knife. Maybe if you're getting into hunting, you need a good shotgun or something like that. But, the old timers didn't spend a lot of money on preparedness like we do today. They figured out how to get by with the stuff they had. And that's another thing when it comes to the skills and preparedness, being content and being able to get by with what you have, because that stuff can change. Your physical preps, your physical items, your tools, your vehicle, whatever, all that stuff can change. But if you have those basic skills to get through those things, to get through those situations, them skills, your life experience, your knowledge in things, those things you can take with you. They're transplantable. So if I pick up here and go to some other place, the skills that I already know, they can be adapted to that particular area, and I can thrive in that area. That is some of the things when it comes to preparedness that, get lost in our modern buy everything culture, especially in preparedness. Preparedness has become a huge business. And preparedness on an individual level doesn't have to be, gosh, I need to spend $1,000 on this stuff right here. Being able to get by with those things, and there's all sorts of other small things that go along with it. Gardening, being able to repair mechanical items. And, that goes from anything to an ATV to a car to fixing something in your house to gunsmithing. All these things fall into that. These are all skills that have helped me get to where I'm at today and hopefully get me through the rest of my life, whatever is left of it, because I'm not as young as I used to be. Just sharing these little bits of wisdom with you guys here today over some coffee, talking about the things that have gotten me through. Anyway, appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information and a little entertainment out of this video as always. And you guys have a good one.